2 years ago, I like to get past this video, this image as fast as possible. 2 years ago, we invented a technology called Max-Q. We announced it at Computex. And Max-Q is about extreme power management. And the problem we were trying to solve is to create a laptop that allows a gamer to enjoy the highest possible gaming capability, but in a thin and light laptop. And so we created this thing called Max-Q. It starts with architecture. Our architecture in rendering any game is so much lower power than anything out there. Design, extreme power management, process tuning and centering so that we could identify the perfect different levels so that in a laptop environment, in a Max-Q environment, it could be high performance as well as low power. The integration between software, the GPU, the system design, and also thermal management and power regulation, that entire system was designed together so that the energy efficiency could be the maximum. And then lastly, one of the most important things is GFE. We literally tune every single game to be optimized for laptop use. We call it Max-Q mode. So that you, when you download a setting and then download the driver for your laptop, it is perfectly tuned for that environment. The combination of all this suite of technology we call Max-Q. Well, today, this is really something. We're announcing 40 notebooks for RTX. That's just an amazing number. GeForce RTX laptops. 40 new models, the largest number of models we've ever experienced. And the reason for that is because it turns out the GeForce laptop is one of the fastest growing gaming consoles or gaming platforms in the world. The numbers of notebooks that people are buying for playing games is really quite extraordinary and is growing incredibly fast. Well, RTX notebooks is now available from every single OEM in the world. It is going to have 40 new models with 100 different configurations. 17 of them are based on Max-Q. 17 of those notebooks are RTX notebooks that are thin and light, and it's going to be available on January 29th. Incredible, incredible supports. Now, Max-Q, take a look at this. So when we announced Max-Q, this is what it looked like. This is what a gaming notebook looks like, and there are many still that are made this way, and the reason for that isn't because of anything aside from the fact that the gamer wants to use it as a desktop replacement. They want to take their desktop PC, essentially, they want to take their gaming PC to LAN parties and to their friend's house, and they want to game at its full potential, and I think that's fantastic, and we keep building these. However, there are many gamers who would like to have their gaming laptop be as thin as the type of laptops they see other people carry so that they could use it for all kinds of things. And we call that Max-Q design. If you look at the difference in thickness and weight and just the performance, it's quite extraordinary. And it's driven an incredible growth in the number of GeForce laptops that are made. If you take a look at last year, when the first year of announcement, we had 7 new Max-Q notebooks at this time. This year, this is how many we're going to have, 17. 17 new Max-Q notebooks, and they're exquisite. I'm going to show you in just a second. And the year just started. The year has just started. And so I think that gaming has never been the same. And let me now show you a couple of them. This one is from MSI. This is the GS65 Stealth. This is a beautiful laptop, 15% lighter, 10% smaller than last year's Max-Q. It has 2.5 times the battery life, 8 hours of battery life, 144 hertz with this thin bezel. It's just really, really beautiful. Now, here's the performance of it. It's faster than a GTX 1080 desktop. This thin little laptop is faster than a 1080 desktop just recently. It is twice the performance of a PlayStation 4 Pro, the most powerful game console out there, and just 30% of the volume. It's 1/3 the volume, and and it includes the keyboard and a battery. It runs 60 frames per second, Battlefield 5 with RTX on. It can do 6K red editing. The decode, the debarring, the color correction, 6K video editing in full frame rate, and it could do interactive 3D. Let me show it to you. Was that the game plan? That was not the game plan. Was that the game plan? This is what happens when you don't rehearse. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Gigabyte 2080 notebook, 2080 RTX laptop. Look how thin it is. Battlefield 5, RTX on. I think I'm playing Marshall. There. You try to do this upside down. Big talker. Here. Yeah, this is going to help. This gun is bigger. Here, take that. Take that, Marshall. Come over here. You're WASD. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have redefined mobile gaming. This is twice the performance of a PlayStation 4 Pro. Look at this thing. Next gen console in my hands right now. Ray tracing on. DLSS on. Beautiful laptop thin bezel. It comes with 1080p or 4K display. It's so incredibly thin. And because I take my vitamins, I could hold this like this for as long as you like me to hold this. And this is just beautiful. And I can imagine using this for work, and you can, video editing and 3D animation, and it's just incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, a 2080 RTX in my hand. Very good, Marshall. Marshall, thank you. Thank you very much. And it comes with a whole bunch of versions. There's 2080. Here's a 2060 version. It's 1.6 times the performance of a place. Whoop, what just happened? What just happened? Was it me again? Okay, so this one is a 2060 RTX from Acer, 1.6 times the performance of a PlayStation 4 Pro. It's faster than the GTX 1070 desktop. It's unbelievable. That's a high-end GPU just a few months ago. 60 frames per second, 4K red video editing with the 2060, basically 4K video editing of the most raw version, cinematic version of video, and interactive 3D rendering. This one's from Acer. I want to show you a couple of fun things. This is called Ansel. One of the things that's really, really cool is the number of people who are using our Ansel program to take game photographs. They use it with a free camera capability, so you could be inside and you can change your camera, pause the game, change your camera, take a picture. You could use it with our AI super resolution. So the way you play is one thing, then we can up-res it like you can't believe and turn it into a poster. You could turn on super ray tracing mode. You apply all kinds of interesting filters to it. You could create virtual reality scenes, images and photographs, 360 photographs, and you can export it into Photoshop. The number of people who are using this is just crazy. It's just so much fun. And the reason for that is because video game is not just gaming anymore. Video game is a form of art. And so let me show it to you. Henry, we're going to show you a couple of examples. So this is, as you saw earlier, this is Justice. And so while you're in the game, you could decide to turn that into a photograph. And so this program is called Photo Mode. This is Ansel. And so we could apply some different filters to it. We could either take a beautiful picture from the free camera, or you could apply a filter to it. And in this case, Henry's going to apply a couple of filters to it for us. Okay, so this is the painterly mode. It's really beautiful. And this is the water painting mode. And so look at that. It almost looks like something that somebody painted. And then I could even put my stamp on it. You know, this Henry did this for me, and that's my Chinese name right there. And I could put my name on that. Okay, and share that with people. Okay, fantastic. And so thank you, Henry.
Thank you.
So that's called Ansel. The thing that's really, really quite amazing is just the beautiful pictures people are taking. And so we thought we would celebrate this. These are pictures that are taken in ray trace mode, Battlefield 5. Look at this. This is a video game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a video game. The work that the folks at DICE did is just unbelievable. Here we go. The northern skies, northern lights. And this one's really amazing. It's just incredibly beautiful. And so we decided that we would allow them to post that up on our website, Shot on GeForce, and we would share it on Times Square. Okay, we would share it on Times Square, and people all over the world would be able to enjoy this. So take a look at this. This is shot. This is going real time now. This is not real time. This was pre-recorded, but we're going to share these beautiful photographs to visitors from all over the world and share the beautiful pictures that are being taken by these amazing photographers. This is fun. I could use a hot dog right now. Okay, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is our announcement. GeForce RTX. GeForce RTX. The first announcement is the RTX 2060 is available January 15th. Amazing price of $349. Higher performance than a 1080 Ti. Over 50 teraflops of Tensor Core processing. 5 gigarrays, running Battlefield with RTX on at 60 frames per second. Available all over the world from our incredible partners, AIC partners, starting January 15th. The second announcement is we announced that RTX laptops are going to be available from nearly every single computer maker in the world. There are 40 different models available of all different sizes in different configurations, 260, 270, 280, with 1080p, 4K panels. They're thin, incredibly beautiful thin laptops. 17 of them are Max-Q. Many of them could replace your desktop. You could use it for playing games, for broadcasting, for 3D animation and modeling and 3D design. You could use it for high-resolution cinematic video making, as well as it's going to be amazing for VR. It's going to be available on January 29th. The thinnest, the most powerful notebooks the world has ever made. I want to take this moment now and thank all of our developers that worked with us on RTX. This is an endeavor that was long in the making, but it was a journey we didn't take alone. And so without the help of all of our developer partners, this wouldn't have been possible. So our creative department made a short video to celebrate and acknowledge their amazing work. Let's play it for you.
The front.
is one alone.
Thank you all for coming. Have a great CES. Happy New Year. RTX is here. Next Gen is on. Let's go. Thank you.